Making
Making D-Day, World War II.
World War II.
1944. 2 million men were brought onto the beach.
Can't hear you.
Oh, I'm making D-Day. It was happened in 1944, World War II. Over 2 million soldiers went there. A quarter of it survived Omaha.
A quarter of them?
A quarter of 2,000, or a quarter of 2 million people.
Wow.
Only a quarter of them survived. So on Omaha, if you went there, it was a rare occasion that you would live.
Wow.
It's like 300 people survived that.
Why'd so many die?
Because the Germans had 5 .42 machine guns directly onto the Americans, so the Americans would pin down. The landing boats were impossible to get out of.
Why?
The walls on the landing boats were too high. There was a straightforward run. You had to run straight forward, and the 42 machine gunners knew their technology, I guess. So they knew exactly where to hit them and how to hit them. So the Germans had found out a way to make a machine gun go faster by making it, when the bullet goes, it rolls. Like, where it fires the bullet, it rolls to fire it.
Wow.
That's why we have our faster guns nowadays from Germany.
Was there any mistake on our part made that mission so horrible? I mean, was there a mistake that we made that we could have done to have helped those soldiers?
We made tons of mistakes on Omaha.
What was one?
Major mistake on there was the bombing one.
Bombing? What happened?
Some pilots from the UK that were stayed for 2 years were sent to bomb on Omaha, but were told to wait 30 seconds, which would cause the bombing of trees. Only bombing trees.
They just bombed trees?
Sand. Or not trees. Just basically you're bombing sand. You weren't bombing anything but sand.
So what are you saying? They missed the beach?
They missed the mortar holes. They missed the fog. They missed everything.
So now why did they miss it?
Because the command, if the command didn't tell them to wait 30 seconds, they would have gotten their target.
Why did the command tell them to wait?
Just because of the incoming waves of the Americans, to make sure that the planes got farther away from the landing crafts. So
the landing crafts wouldn't be
hit by the bombs.
Yeah. And that was a mistake by 30 seconds.
If they didn't wait 30 seconds, their soldiers would be killed by their own men. So that would give guilt onto the pilots. And they probably hit the guys, but only a few bombs would have hit the mortars. So really, it's both lose-lose. No win.
What do you mean by hitting their own people?
That means the bombs would have. There was a lot of wind. It was a bad day. There was only one day, those months, that they could have gone and gotten on the beach, but that day was still a windy, terrible day. And those planes were flying millions of feet in the air. The wind up there is strong enough to blow anything.
I think millions is an over-exaggeration, but go ahead and keep going.
Thousands of feet in the air, hundreds of feet in the air. The wind up there is still strong enough to move anything it wants, like a plane, whatever. So the bombs would have been pushed backwards if they were still too close to the water. So the wind,
so they were thinking that wait 30 seconds for the bombs to go, so the bombs didn't blow, so the wind didn't blow the bombs into our soldiers. Instead, the wind would blow the bombs into the bunkers, but that 30-second thought didn't work.
No.
Okay.
It didn't cause any deaths of Germans or Americans. If they didn't wait 30 seconds, it would have blown up the cruisers, where there were tons more soldiers than the landing crafts, which would have caused them to lose Omaha completely. And so, since they didn't wait 30 seconds, they didn't get the turning point at that beach. But if they were to have done that, maybe millions of soldiers would have lived.
Interesting. What other kind of tragedies happened that were mistakes, or maybe something that we've learned from that contributed to soldiers?
They made floatable tanks. That was the second mistake. Why would you make a floatable? Why would you make a floatable tank in the first place?
So that floatable tank didn't help? I thought a lot of that land was wetland, so that The
They helped on Utah and the Sword Beach and Golden Beach. Omaha Beach, I don't know. They would shoot them. They would shoot the floating tanks.
So why did you decide to do your replica on
D-Day,
about
Omaha.
this D-Day? Yeah.
Because the video that I'll be doing on it is going to come out on June 6th, which is the anniversary of D-Day. And it's the anniversary of 2 million soldiers that died in the war.
And you got to give respect for what they died for, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to make a video on it. And at the end of the video, I'm going to do something real important. You guys are going to see it.
So this is an ode to our veterans. We love you.
Yeah. And we got respect. Hope you live a long, cherished life if you're watching this.
Peace out.
Peace.